Very good morning to one and all. Welcome for the day 3 of Faculty Development Program. Today with us, Suresh Babu sir is there. I request Suresh Babu sir to take over the session.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Very good morning to all of you. I think my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Right. Alright, let me continue from the previous session where we completed the introduction part and the models of cryptography which we discussed. One is a public blockchain, private blockchain, or permissionless blockchain, or permission blockchain. There are different types of models for that. And even we have discussed the important parameter, the key concepts of blockchain will be used. One is the distributed ledger, we are going to use it, and then we are going to use cryptographic keys, we are going to use it, and then we are using consensus mechanisms, and then we are using this smart contract. And we are going to apply those 3-4 concepts in one of the methodology or tool which we're going to use in the Hyperledger. Right. Before we proceed to the further, one of the important concept or one of the important property of the blockchain is because it is going to provide the enhanced cryptographic mechanism. The enhanced cryptographic mechanism. I'm audible to you?
Yes, sir, it's audible, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So today's session will be like this. We are going to see where might the blockchain uses cryptographic primitives that we are going to see. And what are the various security services? I think the few people, almost majority of the people who have already studied BTech in computer science, you already know these concepts and you already taught this course to your students, and you know to concentrate much on the security services and mechanisms. But we are going to see why we are interested with public key cryptography, especially why actually we are interested with electrical cryptography, where the electrical cryptography is widely used in majority of the models which the models used in blockchain technology. So we are going to see one of the public key cryptography. And in the yesterday's class, I told you while discussing the definition, we discussed 2 important parameters. One is the signature. Anyone can elaborate the definition? Anyone who have listened my class previously? Hello? I told you the definition, isn't it? Two important primitives which we are going to use it. What are those 2 important primitives which we are using in our in our blockchain definition? Right. One is the hash function. Very good. The other. Yeah, please.
So blockchain, it allows the untrusting parties with common interests. That were the 2 things that you shared.
No, yeah, little bit. I want the appropriate. Yes, it's good answer, but still very good. I told you digital signature, signed verification, isn't it? Yes. Every person will sign the transaction, and the person who is having, who is authenticated, they will verify the signed transaction. So we are going to call them as a signed transaction. Means we require a digital signature. The digital signature can be implemented using the public cryptography mechanism. So therefore, we'll try to see the public key cryptography, which is very important. And another one is the integrity, which we are going to show how the integrity that we are going to represent it in the form of the hash functions. So two types of mechanisms which we are going to discuss in detail. The one is the hash function, the other one is the digital signature. And I request, I think, how many people are using mobiles and how many people are using laptops or desktops? Now, I want to know only how many people are using out of 61 mobiles. Only mobiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lot of mobile technology. 8, 9. The remaining 53 people are using laptops, I think. 10, isn't it? Oh, remaining 53 people they're using. No, still there. Oh, 15, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, okay, okay. So that says, which is not a good sign. So 13 members, I think you people now, it's very difficult to do hands-on then, I think. Right? Oh, okay, let's see. I think you note down those steps which is going to happen, and you can practice later if you're really interested in a blockchain too. And the rest of the people are using laptops. Rest of the people, yeah. Right now, what we'll do is first we'll try to see the theoretical concepts. First, we'll try to see some general concepts. I think the people are from EC background, the people are from other background are there, and the people who have never come across the security concepts, though you studied in your graduate, no problem. I'm using internet. I'm not using Ubuntu. I know from last few FDPs I come across the people are not using Linux environment. Very few people are using. So therefore, I thought to go for online. Online, you can use it. These things. All right. First, let me take for 15 to 20 minutes some theoretical stuff, and then we'll go to the practical approach. Okay. Right, whereby we use this cryptographic primitives is now just you see here when we discuss these things, initiating and broadcasting the transaction. Whenever the user want to initiate the transaction and you want to broadcast the transaction over a blockchain network, then we require a digital signature, and then the digital signature can be applied using the two keys. One is the private key and the other one is the public key. Right, we are having two types of cryptography. One is the symmetric cryptography, another one is public key cryptography. In symmetric cryptography, we are going to use the same key. The same key will be used by both the source and destination, or the sender and receiver. Whereas public key cryptography uses two keys. So one is a private key, another one is the public key. Two keys will be there. So for initiating and broadcasting the transaction, which we are going to use a digital signature, as well as the digital signature can be happen using the two keys. Then the second one is the how to validate the transactions. So therefore, we can use some proof of work and some alternative method like proof of state, proof of concept, like this, which we are going to see. Sorry. Right now, we'll try to see here. Then validation can be done depending upon the application specific. This validation of transaction is going to vary, and then the chaining of blocks, because we told that if it is a tamper proof, and then once it is committed, we cannot be changed. Only append only it is possible. Then we are going to use it for chaining a block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, and so on. So each block consists of set of transactions. So chaining of blocks can be done using the hash functions. So therefore, what we are going to see here, in the sense, we are going to use two cryptographic primitives. One is a digital signature. The other one is the hash function, which we are going to use it. So therefore, this is a mechanism which we are going to see in today's session. Right? The why we are using public key cryptography means they're using symmetric cryptography. There is a problem is there, because we are going to, in symmetric cryptography, the same key will be used. Assume that if there is a sender, if there is a sender and the receiver is there, or destination is there, source and destination. Now, both the people you want to use the same key. Using the same key only it is possible. Now the question comes to you, how to distribute the key from this pillar to this pillar? That's the major problem which we are facing. So to overcome that problem, though it is going to provide a high confidentiality, but whether the key is coming from the authenticated user or not, the authentication is not there, integrity is not there, right? So actually the revolution was started once the Diffie-Hellman proposed the public key cryptography. So we are going to study, we are interested in, because the blockchain makes use of public key cryptography, we will try to see how the public key, just if you already know, I'll skip it. I want to know the feedback from the participants. If you already know, I'll skip it. Otherwise, I'll tell you. Okay, one, yes, Sweta madam, she know it. Out of 75, how many people doesn't know this concept, public key cryptography? Doesn't know? Okay, if that is the case, then I'll skip certain. I'll skip the basics. Then I can go directly to the concept. Okay. Quickly, we'll try to see. Public key cryptography is mainly used to solve the key distribution and the other as well as the digital signature. Now, because one of the major problems in symmetric cryptography is the key distribution problem, we are going to use this key distribution. We are going to use, especially, I'll tell you how the key distribution problem can be overcome using blockchain. I'll show as one of the use case problem, right? Without any trusted authority. Now we can use the blockchain as a distributed PKI also. And the digital signature is used to tell how to verify a message is coming from the claimed sender. Means authenticated sender, it is coming from that. So digital signatures as well as the key distribution, these two solutions, these two methods can be applied using the public key cryptography. We'll try to see with some hands-on approach. Let's make an assumption that there is a Bob and Alice. Bob is going to maintain two keys. One is a public key, another one is a private key. And Bob is going to maintain his public key and as well as the private key. Now, what is the purpose of this private key? Is in the sense it is used to decrypt the message and assign the signature. Private key is used for decrypting the message as well as the creating the signature. Whereas public key is used for encrypting the message and verifying the signature. Encrypting the message and verifying the signature. So these are the two important points we need to use the purpose of the key. Here we use it, decrypting the message and creating the signature, and the encrypting the message and verifying the signature. Okay. Now we have a plain text, or we have some clear text input. This input will be encrypted. They will be encrypted using the recipient public key. We are assuming that both the public keys have been exchanged. Public keys have been exchanged. So I'm going to encrypt with the recipient public key. Recipient public key. Then we get the ciphertext. Only the ciphertext can be decrypted with the help of the recipient private key, and with the help of the recipient private key, you can recover the text. So encryption will be done with the help of the one key, and decryption will be done with the other key. So there will be a relationship between some cryptographic number theory concepts will be applicable in generating these keys. So we have a public key and we have the private key. I think you are all familiar with this. Now we are assuming that in the public key encryption, there's some a trusted authority will be there. That trusted authority is going to give the public key as well as the secret key, which we are going to call them as, and the public key of the destination will be shared to the source. And then once the source is going to happen, the source is going to have the public key of the destination. He will have the key and he will encrypt that ciphertext, and then no one can break it. Only destination can decrypt it with the help of this his private key or secret key, so that he will get the message. This is the concept, underlying concept of public key encryption, which we are going to use it. Okay. Now, why we are interested with public Eldwicker? Now, I want to ask few questions. What is the advantage with the ECC over RSA? If you already know it, what is the advantage of using ECC over RSA? Only key size? Only key size? Security is equal to RSA. RSA, when we have a public key, RSA is there, security. Yeah, what operations? Yeah, computational time will be more or less compared to the. We are providing the same level of security compared to the RSA, but the computational it will be, because we have an exponential. The exponential will be converted into multiplications, that the RSA will work, whereas multiplication will be converted into addition here. Multiplications, so therefore it will take less computational time. Right, very good. So we are going to use the ECC for to have the less computational, but same level of security is going to provide as RSA with a key size is less compared to the RSA. Right. So that's a beauty. I think majority of the people, you are already aware of that. And then, now my question is, how many people are already familiar with a practical approach? Practically you are implemented. See here, we are not interested because it's already proved one. Now the question comes to, it is already proved one. If it is already proved, now the question comes to you, how many already implemented this? Because usually when we discuss from last 30 years, people were using all theoretical stuff only, right? All theoretical stuff only, right? When we go for the theoretical, yes, theoretically it is already proved. Now we need to apply somewhere. Suppose we need to apply electrical cryptography in cloud computing. We need to apply electrical cryptography in fog computing. We need to apply in blockchain. So you should be, if you already algorithm is available, why can't we use it? Even a management person should apply the cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is one of the important components. Okay, so we'll try to see how can we apply these concepts so that you can implement a blockchain very easily. So this session is all about how to do some practical. Right, now let me explain some features of electrical cryptography. Electrical cryptography is a computational overhead of RSA in probably increases with the size of the key is increases, because the minimum size is 1024 and maximum is the 2 power of 1024. Right, that is a minimum recommendable size is 1024 size. As the size increases, the computational overhead automatically it will be increased. That's a major problem with RSA. So therefore, because it makes use of integer factorization, that has become more and more efficient, which is we already covered, right? And what is that? The security relies on a larger keys. The security is going to rely on a larger and larger keys. Now, what is the advantage with over RSA? RSA is it is used same level of security like RSA. Therefore, the people who have started using ECC from last 5 years, they have started using ECC over RSA algorithm. It is providing with much shorter keys. We can store in smart cards, all right? We can store in wallets, the digital wallets, and we can store everywhere. If you see the difference, the comparisons of the three different approaches, there's a symmetric algorithm like AES algorithm or DS algorithm. You can use it, and then this is RSA or Diffie-Hellman key size. If you see RSA key size is 1024 or 2048 or 307276, because as the size increases, the computational overhead also increases. But comparatively, ECC key size, if you see, we are having 166 bits, 166 bits when we compare to the RSA 1024. When we go for the other one 224, and you see comparatively it is almost very lesser key, but same level of security is going to be provided. That's the beauty of the ECC which we are using, right? Right, and nothing to do with the elliptical. We are not interested with the elliptical. I think we are not going into the mathematical stuff. I think because of I think most of the people you are already aware of. Now this is a curve with the equation y square plus x cube, y square is equal to x cube plus ax plus b. The curve which you are going to use it, which we are going to take it, and then the points on the curve which we are going to take it at the point of infinity somewhere, and this is another curve which is going to happen. Nothing to do with the curve, and we are interested with the discrete points of that curve. We are going to generate the discrete points of that curve, right? So this is the elliptical in the sense we are not using that. We are using the discrete curve by using this Weierstrass equation which we are going to have. Now, where we can use this ECC in the sense, ECC involves a very smaller key size, and we are using in smart cards without any mathematical coprocessor, so therefore less computational overhead. ECC will be used in communication, wireless communication, as well as in IoT. It is suitable because of the less computational overhead, less key size, and ECC has become becoming important in wireless sensor network. So therefore, they started using ECC in almost lightweighted devices. All right. Now we are going to see an example of EC Diffie-Hellman algorithm, right? Exchanging the key, because I already told you public key cryptography uses solves two types of problems. One is a digital signature. The other one is distribution, key distribution problem, which we're going to see. Let's make an assumption here. There is a Bob and Alice. Let's make an assumption that there is a Bob and Alice. Now, Bob is going to generate his private key. We'll see practically. I request the participants, if you already know, please understand it. We are generating a private key, DA, we call them as DA. And Bob also generates the private key. We call them as a DB. And then there is a group generator. We call them as a group generator. He's going to choose a point with the group generator, and he's going to construct a public key. Public key is nothing but QA is equal to DA. DA is this one, and the group generator, which is Alice has generated is public key. Her public key. Whereas Bob has generated his public key called QB. QB is equal to a private key into the group generator. This group generator will be known to the both the sender and the receiver, as well as to the attacker also. He can choose. And they are exchanging their public keys. Right? What we are saying here, what we are going to call them as here. Right, the QA is going to exchange it here, and QB is exchanging here. Both the public keys have been exchanged. Now we are going to generate a shared key. Shared key will be generated in such a manner. You see, QA, the DA into QB. This is a shared key. Whereas similarly, shared key of Bob QB into whatever the data has been received from here. And QA stands for what is the here, and then this one. So what we are getting, this is a shared key, and this is a shared key, and this shared key should be same, and it should be same. These two should be same, right? So shared key is nothing but what? DA into DB into G. Whereas here also DA into DB into G. It is something that we are going to use group operations there to perform this one. So this is a shared key which we are going to get it. Okay. So any doubts regarding this EC Diffie-Hellman? I think you're already familiar. Just I'm getting a review of that. Those who are not followed, who have not learned about that. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Oh, you want once again? Okay. What is this question? Diffie-Hellman? Empirical, you want to say? see, that's a version of, we are using DFM empirical using ECC. Because this mechanism will be used using the ECC only. Right now, once again, if you want a clarity of this one, let me tell about this one. See how it is happening, which we are going to see. Right now, first, if they are going to generate the private key, and then the Alice is going to generate the private key, and then Bob is going to have its private key, which is going to happen, right? Which we are going to see here. Is going to generate the public key. The public key is going to have like this, which you are going to see here. If you see the public key, which we have, the private key into the group generator. This is a group generator, will be known both the sender and receiver, and he is going to generate. This is a private key which we are going to have it, and this is a group generator which we are going to have, right? And then we are going to exchange the public keys to the other side, distributing these public keys, and then this fellow will get this public key. And the next step is to use the shared key. Shared key is equal to QA into DA. DA is the private key of the Alice into QB is the public key of the Bob. Similarly, the shared key is private key of the Bob and the public key of the Alice. Then these two keys should be same. These keys should be the same. Therefore, we are going to use the Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. I think you mathematically you did it, but we want to do practically. How can do the practical and how can we apply in blockchain technology that we are going to see. Shall I take the example? I don't think, because it will take more time for you. So I'll, if you want, I'll see it. Then directly I'll go to the practical approach. Now, all of you, please open, those who are having laptops, please open the URL which I'm sending to you. I'll send the URL to you people, and then you practice practically. Just 1 minute. Try to copy this link. All of you, please copy this link. See, when we do hands-on, definitely online, it's a very difficult, because I tried 3 to 4 times and I succeeded. But only thing is, a lot of synchronization is required. So therefore, what I'm going to tell you is, first I'll give 2 minutes of time to write it on your system, or you can take a snapshot from your mobile and then you can type it. Right? Don't while explaining, don't do it. If you do mistake, it will go some mistake, and then it will delay the other people also, right? And you people are smart enough, and you please follow the instructions which I'm going to give it to you. Okay. So whether you copy it, you can unmute it, and you can ask me if you are feeling any doubt, right? If you copy it, then I'll go to this one called start. Then once I go to the start, you will get the terminal. Those who are having Ubuntu, you can go to the Ubuntu, you can go to the start. Everyone is following? Everyone is following? Yeah, very good. Now you type whether it is there or not, OpenSSL is there or not. Right? Because we are going to use a lot of OpenSSL stuff, in Hyperledger or Ethereum, they are using all these mechanisms. OpenSSL version, you type it. You should supposed to get this one. I think my screen is visible. Now it is okay? Now it is okay? Yeah. OpenSSL version. Then you are supposed to get, this is the version which you are going to have it. Shall I go? Yeah, right. Now we'll try to see if it is already there. Now, how can we apply the ECC diffie element using Open SSL? Right. Now, you type in your text which is there. Now, we are going to assume that the steps is going to perform. I'll tell for user A, you should do for user B also. Okay. Right. Now, for that, because we are going to see. Okay. Now, let me explain. I think we need to explain. Right. Okay. I think so. Right. Now, we are going to have OpenSSL. We are having OpenSSL is a command. EC parameter means we require some parameters like generating a group generator, generating the private key, generating the public key, generating the shared key. Now, what we are going to do, there are some parameters are there. Right. EC parameters minus name. We are going to take a cur. What is that cur? Is nothing but SecP 256K1. Please be very careful with this. SecP 256K1 minus key gen key no out, we are printing out, minus no out, minus output file, and this is the name of the file called private key user a.pem. Private key user a.pem. I'll give 1 minute of time. You please type it and tell me the output. I think that you can use the chat box for displaying the output. No, if I write a command, you will copy and paste it. Sweta madam, if I write a command, you will copy and paste it. That will not give the answer.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, madam.
So what did we type in the previous screen where the root @try it dash deciding was this? I typed open SSL, so it is showing command not found.
In Linux container.
Yes, sir. In that terminal screen, I'm typing open SSL, and when I enter space version. Okay.
You can see in my slide. You can see my screen. It's available.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you want a command window? Okay. No, because I want to see your comments also. No, therefore I minimize. Now it's okay. You can mute and you can ask me, sir, because I can't. Because there is a problem in Google Meet. Because I should close this PowerPoint and I should see your comments.
Sir, again, I'm getting the same error. Command not found. I do not know why. I've typed open SSL space version.
Close it. You can open. You see spelling also. Open SSL. I think you should supposed to get. I think. Now this is the version which you're going to. It is there, no? I tried it, isn't it? I'm using the same container.
Yes, I got it now. 31st March to 2020. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. It's completed. I'll give only 1 minute of time.
So 1 minute, sir.
You need to complete a lot of time, and then we should go for Hyperledger. First session, I think practically you should complete. That's why I told to take a screenshot and then you type it. Can I get the output from you? Okay, this is the link. No out, not no out. O, no, no out. This is a command. I think your command is no minus no ot. Actually, computer science people should identify, as teachers, we should identify more mistakes than getting correct things should not be happen. Identify more mistakes, isn't it? You should be in a position where is the wrong. Okay. Right. Output. Oh, no one is there. Get the output. First output. No one is displaying the output. You got prompt or not? Shall I type? Or you got it? It's K1. It's K1. It's K1. The curve name is what? The curve name. Open. SSL, which we can call them as, right? A sec P is K1. You can use the other curves also. I think you should supposed to get this one without any error. Venkataraman sir, what is the command you have given? Wrong, somewhere mistake you have given. You have given name after that? Yeah, you should get a prompt after executing the command. No output. No, next step I will tell you. Right?
So it is not giving any output. It just showing.
No, you will get it. You will get it. You will get it, madam. You will get it. You will get it. Wait. Because it is generated now, private key.
Okay. So because earlier it was showing command not found because of some typing mistake.
Error. Yes.
Yeah. But now it has taken it, and now it is just showing the dollar and the hash sign.
Yeah. Now you will get it clear. Now you see here. Now what we'll do is, now next step is, right? We will go to the next step now. Cat. What is the file name you have given? Private key, isn't it? Private key user a.pem. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then you press enter. Then this is the key which has been generated. This is the key, private key, it has been generated. You type cat space your file name of the file. Everyone. Actually, doing hands-on online is very difficult, but I'm trying my best. Cat space private key user a.pem. Please be very careful with your name of the file.
Yes, sir, it has shown, it says begin easy private key.
That
and
is
then
a
there's
key. That is a key which has been generated. We are using the type of keys in our application.
Okay. Got it, sir.
Got it, all of you? Shall I go to the next step? Anyone is there? Yeah, very good. Very good, very good. Anyone is there? No, Sweta madam. What is the problem? You
So the first command is executed. After that, what I have to do?
Cat space file name of the file name, private key user a.pem. This one.
Okay.
This one. Cat
Just
space.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Just a second, sir. Cat space private.
See, I can paste the commands, but that will not give the flavor. You can copy and you can paste, but that will not give the clarity. No. Hands-on means hands-on. Hands-on means you should do it.
So we'll have to dirty our hands.
Yes, madam. See, I'm not criticizing, just so I want to make you interested. That's it only.
Thank you, sir. We are enjoying, sir.
Yes, sir. We are enjoying definitely.
Yeah,
Done,
very
sir,
good, very
done.
good.
Got
Then we have generated a private key now. We have generated a private key. Then what is the next step is we should generate the public key, isn't it? Now we are deriving the public key. It's like something like inheritance. We have a base class, and then we'll derive the we will derive a new class from the base class, isn't it? Now a private key will be generated first because user A is going to choose the private key. Then from that we are going to derive the public key. This public key and private key relationship will be there, right? Mathematical relationship will be there. Now, so for that, if you want to see, that is in base 64 format. Whatever the example you have seen, it is in the base 64 format. Base 64 in the sense, right? We have a uppercase alphabets, lowercase alphabets, and some special symbols will be there, right? We call them as a base 64 format. If I want to see in the hexadecimal format, then we need to have this statement: open SSL P key, open SSL P key, input private key a.pem and minus text. Shall I type or you will do it? I'll clear the screen, then you will get it. Then what is that here? Open SSL. Open SSL, you can call them as a P key minus in. Okay, you're able to see, I think. Then private key, this is the name of the file. I use it, right? And minus text. Minus text. This is a command. If I enter, then I'll get in the hexadecimal format. This is the hexadecimal format. What is the curve you have used? SecP 256K1. Yeah, I'll show it. The color, yellow color. You need to type yellow color. If it is okay, one of the participants you can answer, because I should come back and I should see your comments.
So it is saying cannot open private key user dash a dot pem. I don't know why.
No, you're given mistake. No, P key you're given.
Yes, sir. P key I have given.
P key minus in.
Yes, sir. Then private minus key minus user minus a dot pem minus text.
No, you should get no. What's the error?
It is saying cannot open private key user a dot pem.
You see, no such file is there.
Yeah, it's a text for reading, no such file or directory.
Name of the file you're given wrong. Name of the file you're given wrong. You type ls and then you will get name of the file what you're given. You are given capital P or small p while generating.
Small p.
Then you suppose now you are given capital P, I think.
No, now also it is small p only.
Small p and small k.
Small p and small k, yes, sir.
Here capital K is there. I used every word will start with a capital. There what you are given, you check it out. The file name which you are given. Type ls and you will get the name of the file.
Okay. Yeah, it is showing APEM, A dot PEM, and P is small. So I'll just type again that whatever you've given. I'll just type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once we have typed, we cannot go back and make changes. We have to again type.
This is online, no? This is online. You can use upper arrow button. Whether you will get it or not, take it out. Upper arrow. Upper arrow you are getting, no? You can change it.
Yeah.
Press the upper arrow and you can change it. This is the upper arrow and you can change it. Over? Shall I go to the next step? Yeah. If that's the case, then we need to go for the next step is generating the public key. This is a very important step. I request the participants please concentrate here. Now open SSL, which we are going to use it. Open SSL. We are going to use EC. Input file. Input file is what? Private key user a.pem. We are pulling out. That's we call them as a pub out. We are separating from the private key. And pub out private public key user a.pem. Over?
Yes, sir.
Any, yeah. Namrata got it. What about the other people? 92 people are there, I think. EC, not CC. EC. It is EC, electric curve. Okay. Okay. Anyone else who is facing? I think only very few people are doing, I think. Remaining people are not doing. I'll request the coordinator, if you have completed and you have submitted, only your certificate will be given. There will be an exam, no? This will be the exam.
So actually, I got stuck in the previous line only. Again and again, I'm tapping, but it is not taking it. I don't know why.
Pardon?
I got stuck in the previous command only, where we are giving the open SSL key PK
That is
minus.
only viewing, madam. That is only view. Don't worry about that. Only seeing the content, what is there in the private key.
But I don't know why. Like everything is perfect, but still it is giving me a command error on P key.
No, you can type that command in the chat box. I'll see it.
Okay. So I cannot even take the screenshot. I'm not able to I'm trying to copy paste it so that I can show it to you what I'm getting, but still it is not working that way.
What do you do? Yeah, you can. Yes, Sweta madam has tried it. You can do. You can. No, it's very easy. Only the previous step. Shall I go to the previous step?
I've taken the screenshot of that. Whatever you showed the command. And I'm typing.
Previous command. You mean to say previous command, no?
Yes. Sir,
I think you are given a mistake of a file. No such file may be there, I think.
Yeah, that is what it is saying.
No, first you just check it out by typing ls.
So it is also showing help command. So when I type help, so then it is showing me the list of all the commands. Maybe
no, ls. Type ls. Type ls. Then you will get the name of the file which you have given. Compare with your file which you have written.
Between type and ls, there should be a space, or it is continuous?
No, only ls. List.
Okay.
List. ls.
Yeah, it has given me the name of my private key user. It is a.
You check it out. You check it out now. Your private key name and which you have given.
Okay. It is the same. I don't know why I'm.
No, it will not be same. If it is same,
it is giving me error in PKEY. PK. So in PKEY, all are small cases. None of them is capital. Huh?
No. Okay, can you send the screenshot in the chat box? It's possible.
Yeah. Yes, I'll just do that.
Now, other people who have completed, you can type cat space.
Try this. I have
PM.
Chat box.
Madam?
I have wrote in the chat box. If she can try that, probably the commands will run.
Okay, let me try, Shweta.
No, actually, you're written for not. You are going for next step. I think madam is stuck on generating the key, displaying the key only.
Sir, I've shown her the previous steps that you gave. I've kept.
Yeah. That's the previous step. Yes. That's the previous step. No control C. There you have typed in the control C. Don't type that control C. Otherwise, you start presenting, madam. I'll see it your presentation.
Yes, I can do that.
Everyone will see. I think that's not a problem. If you're saying it's not a problem, then you can show it. No problem. No, I'll not copy the commands. You should do it. I'll display only, because the mistake you should. Later, the problem what will come in the sense, I will not be there to help you, no? So you should be in a position to note down.
So I think I do not have the host rights to display my screen.
Okay, then one thing, madam, you just paste. You can check the screenshot, no?
Yes, sir, I can. Yeah, I've
And
taken
you,
the screenshot.
I think name of the file you have given wrong.
It's a.pem only, sir. There is no
No,
space.
you typed ls or not?
Yes, sir, I typed
And
ls.
can you tell me what is the name of the file you have given? Private. Small.
Yes, it is giving. When I type ls, it says private dash key dash user dash a.pem.
No, my question is you have given capital P, capital K, capital U.
Capital U. Yes, sir.
Capital K.
Yes, sir. Capital K is also there.
Capital P is there.
Capital P in private. Yes, sir. In private, capital P is there. But it is saying this P K E Y. This is small, no? So after open SSL, when we are typing P K E Y, that is also small.
All see you. It is your file name of the file name which you are going to give. I have given everything as well, but what you have typed, it is left to you. Say something like Sweta madam, she has given capital P and small k, small u. It is her choice. Similarly, what type of file name you have given, that you should type it.
This is what I have given. Can you see in the chat box? Any error in this? Because this is the same what I have typed.
No, you should give space in. Space.
Okay. Maybe that is the
P key minus space.
Minus space.
P key space minus in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The file name should be unique in all the cases, ma'am.
Again, it is saying invalid command, small p key dash.
Minus space, madam. I'll type it, you just check it out. Open SSL, you just check it out. Open SSL, right? P key.
Yes, sir.
Minus in, space minus in, right? First, whether you have written this one or not, you pick it out. Open P key minus in. Space,
yes, sir.
The file.
So P key, again space, then minus, then again space.
No space. After minus, space.
No space. Okay, maybe that is the problem. Unable to load key. That's it. It is saying unable to load key.
The file name of the file name.
Ls, if I do, it shows.
Madam,
yes,
use just a screen. I'm typing now the statement. You just see the screen. It's visible, no?
Yes, sir.
Visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you follow here. Open SSL. Open S.
I think it is starting again.
Yeah. Open yes. SSL. Right. This is a thing. P key space minus in. Right. The name of the file name we should give as, now if in my case I'm giving a file name as private key user A dot PEM minus text. You are able to see it?
Yes, sir.
You just check it out.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Right. Otherwise, you can take that copy, open SSL private key user A.pem, then you will get it. Got it? You just copy and paste in the terminal. You will get it.
Yeah, it is now
You
saying
can type-
key unrecognized flag key user.
Oh. No problem. You leave it, madam. That's not a problem. Leave it. Leave it. All right. I'll tell the next step. You will get it. Because only it is displaying no. You go to the next step now. Madam, you go to the next step. Now you type this one. Open SSL. Please be very careful now. If you follow strictly that every starting letter should be capital letter. Or you can use all smaller case letters only. Whichever you follow, only you follow one procedure. Open SSL, EC, in, private key user a.pem, pub out, output file is public key user a.pem. Everyone is completed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What about Vandana, madam?
So just 1 second.
And other people type cat space public key a.pem. Similarly, you do for user B. You do for user B. Yeah, both user A and user B. You do for user B now. The people don't be quite clear. You do it for user B. Same steps. Same steps you should do for user B. The people who already completed. Similarly, the same steps you should do for B also. Because user A completed public key and private key, user B also completed. You need to complete. I only changed the names. Madam, Vandana, madam, it is over for you. This step.
So it is saying can't open private key user.
Can't open. Now, what is the file? Now, can you type me? What is the file? You type ls, you will get the file name, no?
Yes, sir. When I type ls, it doesn't show me anything. It just say root try it.
No, ls means it will display the key which you have generated previous step, no?
No, it is not showing me anything ls.
You restarted this Linux container?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then it will erase now. It will erase all the files because it's online. No, it will not store anywhere.
Yes, yeah. So when I was trying it, it again started. So then I started from the step 1 only, but then again maybe.
Then you have taken the screenshots, na?
Yes, then I have to.
If you have taken the screenshots, you take the screenshots later after break. You can do it. These steps.
Fine. Okay.
The other people now try to do. The other people you try to do how to generate user B. This is a cat public key A.
Sir, can we do it in our system after installing Linux?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely can do it.
So without the help of online, we can do it offline, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Please proceed, sir.
You can do, sir. That's not a problem.
Okay, sir.
Because I thought to go for offline only but majority of the people are using mobiles or people are using desktop without internet, without Ubuntu. So only for 5 to 10 members will be using. If you use online, at least everyone will practice it.
So can you please show the previous slide of yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Now this is a cat user A. This one only, madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cat display public key now. Now after displaying the public key, now if I want to know only public key, then we should use pubin. Only in yellow color. Yellow color you type it. The people who have completed, isn't it? If it is completed, then you do for user B also. The user B steps I am doing. This is first what? We are generating the private key user B. Private key for user B. Right? Similar step which we did it previously. Only we need to change the name. Press the upper button, upper arrow button, then you do it. Then we are displaying the public key, private key, and then we are displaying in hexadecimal format. And then we are going to use we are generating the public key. We are generating the public key. Right now, I think you should supposed to have 4 keys. Now you type ls. I think you should have 4 keys now. Now, how many people have completed? Please let me know. Yeah, how many people completed? 4 keys. Private user A private key, user A public key, user B private key, user B public key. How many people? Done. Janardhan, good. Yeah, very good, Jyoti madam. The other people. I think Lenda Kamal, he lost his connection. He wants some commands to be there. The people you have typed, you can post there, yes. Oh, you have lost the connection. Internet, that's the internet problem. This is a technology we have. That's the problem with online. If you do online, you should have it. You can do 4 commands easily. If you already taken this screenshot, you can do it. It's a matter of time. But once the connection is lost, then it will redo it. Oh, so many users are using, I think. Oh, I think connection is getting lost. So many people are giving this problem. Maybe server is getting if all the people are using server is maybe I don't. Yes. Shall I go to the next step then? You can practice later also because that's not a problem. You can practice later also. Then next step is generating the shared key by both the users. Generating the shared key by both the users. Right, for that, what we'll do is here, generating the shared key for both the users is this one, Open SSL. This is a P key utility, derive, in key, derive, in key, private key user A, private key user A, peer key, because we are going to distribute the peer key means we are using the public key of the user B. Peer key is nothing but what? Public key of the user B. This is the private key of user A, and this is the public key of user B. Output file is user A shared key dot bin. This is in unknown text format. Unknown text format. Take this screenshot, then you will come to know. Over. Yes, if you got prompt back, that is okay. It's okay. No problem, madam. I'll send the recording today. Even I will send the slides because yesterday's slides and today's slides I'll send to the coordinator, and coordinator will give the answer. Will forward to you, and recording anyway you can collect from the coordinator. And similarly, you can do for user B. Right now, you can type xxd user A shared key dot bin. This is the shared key. This is a shared key. Similarly, you do for B also. User B will generate its shared key. User B generates the shared key. User B generates the shared key. Like OpenSSL, P key utility, derive, in key, private key of user B, peer key, public key of user A, output user A shared bin. Both the shared bin of user A and user B should be same. Both the shared keys of user A and user B should be same. Got it? Yeah, prompt back. Then you check XSD, user A and user B. Both the keys should be same. Both the keys should be same. This is XSD. Now the keys which is shared by both user A and user B should be same, right? Now I think you now you should know you have generated the public key and private key of user A, public key and private key of user B, and you have generated the shared key of user A and the shared key of user B. Shared key of user A and shared key of user B. Yes. Yes. This is a step. Now this is a command for shared key and this is a command for displaying the shared key in binary format. Oh. Okay. Shall I? You think people are doing or not? Hello? Okay. Then we'll this next step is very important step. Is a very important. Even I'll post it those the steps first. What we will do is now try to create echo. Welcome to the FDP program. Echo. Create a plain text called echo in single quotes. Welcome to the FDP program. Greater than symbol plain text.txt. Plain text.txt. Plain text.txt. Once you get that plain text which has been generated, you can type cat space plain text.txt where it will display the message what you have written. Once this step is completed, then this is very important. I'll type in the, because you will make a mistake, I'll type and I'll paste in the chat box so that you can type, you can have it. It is not SSD, it is XXD. XXD. Yeah. Kavita madam, it is XXD, not SSD. Then I'm pasting the text here. Please copy it and you do it. I'll explain the command. I'll explain the command. What is the command in the? Yeah. Now, what is the command here? We are going to use it here. OpenSSL. We are going to perform encryption. We are going to use AES algorithm minus AES algorithm encrypting in base 64 format. I'm using the key. This is a key I'm using. This is a key in the key is in base 64 format. What is that key? Is nothing but user A shared key. User A shared key which has been generated. Now I'm using an encrypting. Input file is plain text and output file is the ciphertext. Input file is the plain text and output file is the ciphertext. Encrypt the message with the user A shared key. With user A shared key. Got it? It is not 1, it is L. L, public key, utility, it is L only. Yeah. Yeah. Now you type cat space ciphertext dot bin. Cat space ciphertext dot bin. If you got it, then you type cat space ciphertext dot bin. We have encrypted that text. And the final step, we are decrypting it. Open SSL, encrypt AES algorithm 256 base 64 format key base 64 user B shared key dot bin, decrypt it. Input file is ciphertext at the receiver side and output file is recovered text.txt. I'll copy it and I'll share it. You can take it out because it's cat space ciphertext. It is cat space ciphertext dot bin. Cat space ciphertext dot bin. Before that command, yeah. 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 Yes, in decryption it is a ciphertext.bin. Warning is not a error because we are not using in any application. It's not error, it's a warning. But still it is being generated, no? It's not a warning, it's not error, it's a warning because we are not applying in any application. Right? Now that's it. I think you have come across the public key cryptography, I think. If you have any doubts, please let me know. You can unmute it and you can ask me It's not an error, okay? Any doubts up to this? And you type cat space recover text.txt. Yeah, this is a ciphertext. You type cat space. You got it. The ciphertext.bin. That's not an error, no. That is not error. It is already generated as ciphertext.bin. Any other doubts from the participants? Any other doubts from the participants? Now this is a step, and this is the next step. And then you should get it. Suppose, for example, plain text and recovered text should be same. Plain text and recovered text should be same.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how do we can compare the time this algorithm takes? How much time it takes to convert the plain text to ciphertext and ciphertext to plain text?
Usually, using public key, we are not using any encryption mechanism. Usually, for key distribution only or digital signature, we are using. But for you to understand, we are using, because for encryption and decryption, it is not recommendable.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So, madam, minus E is a space. After bin, you should keep minus E. You are not created, but because as receiver is going to convert that ciphertext into recovered text, no, automatically it will do. Automatically it will create. Because at the sender side, he has created a plain text, but receiver side he is doing a recover. He is converting from a ciphertext to plain text. That we call them as a recover text. That file is not in the directory. It will be there if you have created. No, it is not created. If you have created, you should get it. Yes, very good, Janardhan. Very good, sir. Very good. The people who are not doing now, you can do later. That's the thing. Now, just I'll take 5 more minutes of time to go for these things. Some hands-on on blockchain, right? We will go to these things. So then I'll go for blockchain technology. How we can use it. 1 minute. Now, the next step is creating a hash function, right? I think, shall I go? I'll go to the next topic. Yes, yes, Venkataraman sir, you got it. Shall I go to the next topic? No response from 95 members. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. Next. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Then if that is the case, then the next one we have seen. We are going to use the public key crypto. We have used the public key cryptography for generating the keys as well as for sharing the keys. Now we are going to use the cryptographic hash function here. Now, in cryptographic hash function is mainly used to ensure the integrity. Right? Cryptography is mainly used in modern cryptography for ensuring the integrity. Right? That's the first important thing. You already know that. And then we are going to see here in terms of message authentication, we are going to have a variable size input message and the fixed size output. we're going to have a variable size input message as well as fixed size output. And these messages we call them as what? Hash code, hash value, or message digest. We call them as what? Hash code, hash value, or message digest. Now see here, we have a message. We have a message, and then we have the value, and then we are converting a message to the message digest. Now we'll try to see in hands-on. Suppose, for example, we'll try to call them as Sanya, and this is a hash value for the Sanya. And then we have a capital letter called Sanya. His hash value is getting changed. And we have another San value, but starting with uppercase, and hash value is changed. But name is same, but the text is different. I mean, case is different. Lowercase, uppercase is different. So the hash value is getting changed. And then we can use even for the PDF file or a document file also. Okay. We'll try to do one hands-on example. Now you see here how we can use in blockchain in the sense by we call them as a proof of work something. Sender, receiver, date, and nonce. This is the sender email ID. This is the receiver email ID. And this is the date. And this is the nonce. We got the hash value. Similarly, we have a sender email ID, receiver email ID. We have a date, but nonce value is changed. If nonce value is changed, automatically the total hash value is also getting changed. Similarly, now we are going to call them something like a proof of work based upon some nonce value. Hash value, every hash value should start with 4 zeros. If you are able to see, that's what we call them as what? Generating these values is very difficult actually. Right? We are going to generate a nonce in such a manner. This is a nonce. With these nonce, we'll get a hash value whose hash value starts with 4 zeros. That is a difficult target value we call them. As yesterday we have seen now, it's a difficult target value which we got it. You got it, all of you? Now, all of you open again, once again, the terminal. All of you open the terminal. Now you can try once again. Already you have created a plain text, isn't it? Are you following? Already you have created a plain text. Now everyone can try it once again. Everyone can try it. Now, I think this is a command you should supposed to give. Everyone can try it. Echo in single quotes. Welcome to FTP program. Welcome to FTP program. Sorry, single quote. Greater than plain text. Should be very careful with the text. .txt. I created. Now you type cat space plain text.txt. You will get the text. You got it, all of you? You got it? No answers. No answers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All the people. Vandana madam, you are doing now? You are there? Yeah.
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah, you're doing now? You can do from beginning now.
Yes, sir.
The hash value. Yeah. Thank you. Right. Next step is how to create a hash value now. Now open SSL. My screen is visible, I think. Open SSL. Digest DGST minus SHA. Secure hash algorithm SHA. Right? Plain text dot text. This is a command. Open SSL digest SHA plain text.txt. Press enter. You will get this hash value. Everyone got it? Right.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Very good. What about the others? Very good. Very good. The hash value is getting changed, no? You can see the hash value is getting changed. Every person you can see in the chat box also. Yeah. Very good. Now we'll try to see a little bit interesting one because we are having one more series. You can see. Now I'll change it. SHA is a different key size. Now I'm going to use SHA 256. I'll use same plain text. The size is SHA 256 changed or not? SHA 256 changed or not? Your blockchain makes use of SHA 256. Your blockchain makes use of SHA 256. Yes. 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 Very good. Very good. Now, why I'm telling all these things? Because we are going to apply these mechanisms in our blockchain. Over. One more example, last one, final one, before we take a break. I think I've taken your long time. Sorry for that. Anyway, and I'll take SHA 512, which is another one. And you see the text. It is increasing or not? Yes. Yes. Very good. Right. Very good. I think now we have ended the day, and not the end of the day. We'll take a break and then we'll come back and we'll try to see how can we apply in blockchain now. We'll have a break. I think the coordinator is there.
Yes, sir.
I think your name is Srinivas, I think, no?
Sudhir, sir.
Hello?
Sudhir, sir.
Sudhir, sorry. I'm unable to recollect you. How many minutes of break we can have?
We can have 20 minutes, sir, and then we will rejoin at 12 o'clock, sir.
12 o'clock. Okay, that's okay then. We'll join, and then again the hands-on will be there, and then we'll be followed by Hyperledger, which we are going to see. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. So
madam,
meanwhile,
please.
we are having this break. Can you just share the command so that because I lost the connectivity and then I have to again type all the commands in order to see whether it is coming. So if you could just share the screenshot also, that will be fine, or in a Word file so that I can type and just check it.
You just post your mail. I'll just.
Sure, sir. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We'll have a break, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have 20 minutes break and we'll rejoin at 12 o'clock. All participants are requested to use the same link to join for the next session. Thank you.